I'm the network professional. I'm going to be looking us through some of the stuff in internet networking. Now, in our configuration of Cisco routers and switches, we are really familiar with command line interface. Now, but we actually have the command line interface only provided with if we can only use command, a series of commands to actually configure the router. Now, but there's another option there. We have SDN. Now, the command line interface. Run the environment where you use command. But the SDN provides us with a graphical user interface where we can actually put in, we don't need a series of commands in this case. All we need is to actually assign all the device or the interface an IP. Now, SDN, Security Device Manager, is a graphical user interface configuration of Cisco routers. Now, in this video, we are going to demonstrate how we actually can use Cisco Device Manager graphical user interface to actually configure a router. Now, in our video, we're going to use Cisco router 2800 series router to actually demonstrate how this configuration can be done. Now, by default, Cisco router has an image on it that can actually support SDN. This video is going to show us every details about all this configuration, how we can actually get to that environment to get this thing done. Now, this now here is a Cisco router series 2800 router. Then I'm going to have a console connection from this Cisco router to my desktop computer. Now I'm going to show us how this is the console cable. Let me just use the console cable. I have this console cable. This is the console cable. This console cable I'm going to plug into a router on the console port. The console port. Then I will go to my desktop system and plug the serial port to the serial port of the console cable to the serial port of the PC. Console port to the serial port. Now I'll go through the hyperterminal. Start. Click on start now. On start, I go to all program. I go to accessory. Then from accessory, I go to communication. Then I'll go to hyperterminal. Hyperterminal. That's my configuration. And once I click on hyperterminal, the hyperterminal will actually work. We initiate. Then I'm going to name the router. I'm going to name it the router. I name it the router. I'll click OK. Then I'm going to leave my connection. Connect using COM port. Connect using COM port 1. Click OK. Then you see your bits per second. Bits per second should be 9600. 9600. Your bit data bit should be 8 bit, parity bit should be none, store bit should be, then the store bit is going to be 1. Our flow control is a hardware. Then we apply it. Then we say OK, right? Then we press it on the keyboard. Now you can see My router is actually coming up with initial. Do you want to do initial? Enter the initial configuration. I will say no. Enter no. Yeah. Let me increase our view such that we can see very well. We can actually see our configuration very well. Now, in this case, what we have, we say no. We press enter again. But the router is actually loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. Let us increase our front for us to get a better view of this configuration. I'm going to change my view. Use size 10. Click OK. Yeah, I just increased my view to actually enable my configuration view to increase. Then here I am. I'll go to enable. I'll type enable now. Enable to go to privilege mode. I go to enable. Then I will be able to show my flash. Show flash to see the content of my flash memory. I have to show flash there. Yeah. Now I can see the content of my flash memory. From my flash memory, I will be able to look out for an SDM image. From there, I can see an SDM image. SDM. Be able to look at my pointer from there. SDM config 2801. The 2800 series router. 20. Then .cfg. That's my SDM image. Then I need to copy the SDM image from the flash right to my RAM. Then I'll just do this. I'll say copy. I'll copy flash to startup. I'll copy to startup now. I'll press enter. Then I'll also have to put the source name of the file I actually want to copy from the SDM. Then I'll say SDM config. Yeah, config. You actually type the name of the SDM image file. Config 2801. .cfg. Yeah, that's what we have. Then we click enter. Then we actually the destination file name should be startup. We are copying to startup. Then we press enter again. Then you copy the file from SDM. Yeah, the file has been successfully copied to startup. Then I have to also copy what I copied to startup to my running config. I'll copy now, copy start to run. Then I'll do that. Then such a way that my router can actually use this image. Now I've been able to do that. You can see one of my interfaces is up. A fast Ethernet interface there. Now that is what I've done successfully. Now is to copy my SDM image right from the flash where it's actually defaultly placed, and I place it on the startup. Then after that, I copy it from the startup to the running config, so the router can actually implement what is there on the SDM image. Now you can see my username, the host name has changed to your name. Now let me see the content of my show. Let me say show run to see the content of my running config. Now to see the content, you can see the content of my running config has actually get some copy of some command, yeah. Now importantly here we have some parameters where you need to put in place. You can see automatically my IP address has been given to my fast Ethernet 0/1, which is 10.10.10.1, with having a subnet mask of 255.255.248. That's what we're going to use as an IP of that fast Ethernet interface. Now, take a switch cable, connect the fast Ethernet bubble that has been assigned an IP 10.10.10.1 now on my router. Then I'll connect a straight cable, fast Ethernet 0/0 on the router. I'll connect to the switch. Yeah, you can see it's up on green, indicating my the connection is up. And if you go to the router, you see it will indicate a Ethernet interface status has changed to up state, showing the connection between the switch and the router. Now what I have to do next is that I have to assign my IP to be in the same subnet with the router for me to be able to log in to the router. Now what I will do, I have to get another straight cable connect from the switch to the wall to the PC. I have to do that. Now it means I need straight cable. This straight cable will actually go from the switch now. I'll connect from the switch. Then from the switch back to the NIC port of my system or the desktop I'm using.
Started it.
And now I'll successfully connect the cable from the switch to the PC. Then you can see from indication local area connection is now connected. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to put I need to go to my local area connection status, then change the IP to be in the same subnet with the router. Then I'm going to go to click on network local area connections, click on it. Then I'll go to properties. I go to properties, I go to TCP IP. Then I'm going to give you an IP address. That will be 10.10.10.2. Will be the same. This one is .1, the router is .1, then the host will be .2. Then I'm going to change the subnet marks to be in the same platform. Subnet must be on the same subnet. I'm going to have 255.255.248. Yeah, subnet. There's no need for default gateway. Then this is okay. Our configuration is going to have on the host. They will click OK. They will click OK again. Now, if we go back to our router again on the hyperterminal of it, we're going to see that IP address has been assigned to this host 10.10.10 to the router. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0 from the my pointer. You can locate my pointer from there. The fast Ethernet 0/0. Then you will see an IP there 10.10.10.1 subnet mask 255.255.255, in which I've given the host as well to be a member of this subnet. Now what I will do next, if I look at my configuration over again from show run, I'm going to see some other things there. Yeah, but in this configuration we also have some properties that must be enabled. IP, HTTP. This is what we are using a default SDMI configuration right there on the flash. You can actually do that manually, but this video covered the one they have done the SDMI image on the flash memory that we copied right from the flash memory to the startup, from startup to the run. Then it means we already have already configured some parameters already been configured, like IP HTTP server must be configured, IP HTTP access class must be configured, IP HTTP authentication local must be configured, and IP HTTP timeout policy for the response rate of that, then it must be configured. And we actually have a permission of every member of that network. Access list 23, a standard access list, permit 10.10.10.0, having a wildcard 0.0.0 to permit every member of that subnet to be able to access themselves. Now in this, we already have this one configured by default on that image file for SDMI.
Yeah.
Now in the next video we're going to talk about the details about from where we stop. We pick up from there to see how we can finish up our configuration. Yeah, I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.